I'm gonna be doing some makeup today. I don't know what I'm going for yet. We're just going into town because we live in like a small town. I mean, they have like a Walmart and stuff, but I want to go to like actual stores. And I like to look nice because I don't really get to do like a good makeup thing all the time. But I used this cream. I have a hard time using primers and stuff, so I just use a good moisturizer. That one works fine. I like the Drunk Elephant one where you like push the thing down and then a flower comes out, but that might have just been because it was a good gimmick. It worked fine. It was just a cream. I have very, very sensitive skin, so there's like one weird thing about it. I might break out to it, but I've been doing pretty good lately with a bunch of different products. I'm pretty sure these have fragrance. The Glow Recipe Boys Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. Got it. But I still like them. They don't seem to break me out, but I don't know if they do a ton. They just make my skin feel really nice, which if that's what you're going for, that's what you're going for, you know? I am not sure what I want to do today. So I think it's best I just start with my base and then we'll go on. I either want to do like the rock star girlfriend or whatever, like my boyfriend's in a band and this is how I wear my makeup, because I think that's really fun and cute. I think I might wear a dress today that's yellow and long, so I think I want to maybe do like a romantic-y cute girl going out. Maybe she's going on a picnic, who knows, not me. But this is I use this every day. I love this. It's the Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. I think it's pretty sick nasty. I have a very hard time with concealers and them creasing on me. And this is just super, super light. And because I don't have a ton of things that I want to cover up under my eyes, I just like the brightness it gives me. Because like I think you can tell that that's a little bit brighter. I mean, I know it's covered up, but you can see the purple hanging out under there. And then I take a different concealer that I don't put underneath my eyes. I put it, I'll show you where I put it. You'll see where I put it. I put it on the outside of my eye because I do have like a little bit of redness there and I just want to cover that up, and then I put it down here. I don't know why I put it down there. I just do. I think it looks nice when it's all blended out. And then I just prematurely carve out my brows. It's not really carving out because I'm going to cover them up, but that's just in case I missed a hair while plucking or something. That way I don't have to worry about it a ton. Come back when this is blended out. I'm pretty excited. We weren't gonna go to town today, but then I sweet talked my boyfriend into it. It's like an hour drive, and there's not a ton to do in the town we live in. Like, there's enough. This isn't an activity, this is just what we did this morning. We took my dog to a dog car wash. It's like a car wash with a dog wash thing. Dog wash station. He didn't like it, but now he's all clean and pretty. He actually hated it a ton. His name's Sundance and he's a little baby, but that's okay. He can be a little baby. And the foundation that I'm going to use is the Tower 28 Sunny Days. I love it. I pretty much just use the lightest shade in any foundation. So this one's a little bit too dark, but that's kind of what I'm going for. I want to look a little bit sun-kissed with either makeup thing that I'm going with today. I recently discovered bronzer. I never used it before. I just contoured and blushed. I just contoured and blushed. Is that a phrase that you can say? Using bronzer really just adds some life into my face. Otherwise I look kind of like a zombie, which I do like looking like a zombie some days. Just not today. Today's not one of those days. And when I'm blending out my foundation, I try to not move it towards my eye because there's already two different things under there. So I don't want it to look cakey. That's like my biggest issue that I have with foundations for me, is that they usually just look cakey. Like, I tried the House Labs foundation and that's the one that everybody loved and I just could not get it to work. I tried like a million different ways of applying it. Different primers, no primers, just moisturizer. I tried everything and I could not get it to work for my skin. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Because everyone else loves the product, so I feel like it's just me. But maybe it just wasn't meant for me. But The Tower 28 one has, what does it have? 30%? That's not it. It has SPF 30, which is good because I haven't been able to find a good sunscreen to wear underneath my makeup that doesn't make my eyeballs feel like they're gonna melt out of my head. Like, they burn so bad. So what I'm gonna use next is the Say Sun Melt and Fair Bronze. It is so nice. It looks very, very pretty. I use it every day. And then I do like to put a little bit over my nose just because that is like a high point of the face. If you are getting any sun for realsies, it'll get here. And I like that. See, I think that I just like a little cute moment. The next thing I'm going to use is that is so filthy. That worked a little bit. The Fenty Cream in shade 01 Amber. Once again, very pale. I don't like to use, because you can kind of see I already have just like a hollow there. So I don't want to put more on it just because I don't feel like I need it right there. And I have bangs, they're pinned back right now by my frog headband. So all I use this for is on my nose. So I just use the eyeshadow brush that I have. And I just try and make as much of a button nose as I can because I do feel like I have a honker. Like, I got a real bulbous tip. And I don't know if it's even possible for me to have a button nose, but I like to fool myself a little bit with this one. And I don't go... So this is where I put it. Do you see what I mean by bulbous tip? It's like a clown nose a little bit. See, I think that looks a little cutie. And it's a kind of a harsh line right now, but that'll chill out. Trust me. I've got some other things I need to do first before I... Yeah. You can see that it's kind of harsh. But from far away, oh my god. She's got a totally normal nose. What next? I'm going to use the Merit Flush Balm. Hell yeah. Merit Flush Balm in Persimmon. And it's really gross looking right now because I just rub it a ton on the back of my hand and then pick it up with a brush just because I don't like rubbing it directly on my face. I feel like it takes off my makeup that I've already put on there. And then I like to put it on the apples of my cheeks just to make it look like... I don't know if this is the most natural way of doing it because I think up here would be better, but I just like having more color. And then I always put some just on my nose. That's why I don't contour right there because it's just gonna get pushed off anyway. Like, it's just gonna either get covered up or moved around. So there's really no point in putting it on putting the contour on my nose right there. But I just try and keep the bulbous tip. I need to stop saying bulbous tip. I just try and keep the tip of my nose isolated as much as I can. And then I go back in with my sponge and just kind of diffuse right here, just so it looks more not as harsh, you know? So now I'm gonna use, psych, I'm going to use my Freck XL, hello? I'm gonna use my Freck XL freckle pen, and I think no matter what makeup look I'm gonna do today, it's gonna have some freckles, just because it's a nice day out, you know? I try and keep the freckles centered to my face, and then I use them a little bit to contour my nose, just on the bridge. I don't really go towards the tip too much. And then I'm gonna add a little bit to my forehead, just a teensy weensy amount. This stuff is pretty, I don't know, potent? Is that the right word? Pigmented? That's probably the better word than potent. But, so I just feel like I only need a little bit, as I've dabbed it on my face like 50 times. But I think that's where I'm gonna stop with the freckles. I just want a little bit, I don't want a ton. And then now I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty liquid highlighter. I could tell you the name. Enlighten Liquid Luminizer. She's really cute. Love the lady. And I feel like that is just so pretty. So I'm gonna add a little bit to the back of my hand. Just a tiny little dab. Look at that palette. Looks like I have a rash. It's the blush. And then just on the tip of my nose and then the bridge, and then take that up here. And I think that always just looks the best. I usually put some on the top of my lip, you know, but not feeling it today. It's just gonna get covered up with lip liner because I know what lips I want to do for sure. So now I'm gonna use this setting powder. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder in vanilla. This is, in my opinion, the best setting powder that exists. I've tried, if you name a powder, I've tried it. I could never find one that worked good for me. But I just tap some onto my brush, and then I tap the extra into the bowl. Is that what it is? And then I start down here and work my way up to my eye because I don't want my eye to be just covered in powder because it will crease. And then start down here and then work up. And I think it just makes it like perfectly blurred and it doesn't look powdery. And then I just move my face around, see if there's any spots that I missed with the powder, and go back over it. And I think we're looking good. I think we're a-okay. There's a powder. There's a hair in my powder. Next, I'm going to use a powder bronzer, but I use it very, very lightly because I don't like looking orange, and I also don't want so much product on my face. But this is the Hula Desert Retreat by Benefit. Oh my god, it's so cute. It does exactly what I want everything to do. I take a big old brush and I just tap it in, and then I tap it on the top just to get it worked in because I don't want it going everywhere. And then I just do basically the whole perimeter of my face, and then down my neck so it doesn't look super crazy. And then a little bit on my nose. It's so cutesy. And then I just beat the brush off. Nope. I just hit the powder off the brush. You know, like Bob Ross, beat the devil out of it. And then I go into I refuse to take the cling wrap off the mirror because I don't want to get it dirty, but I'm getting it dirty. And then I just tap the blush in, and then I do the same thing. And I feel like this is a good color because it'll set the blush, and then also it kind of just looks like I got some sun. And then back over my nose very, very gently because I don't want it to be crazy. I just want it to look like I got some sun. And I think that's what we've got. So that's donezo. I think I'm gonna go for the darker one. The Rockstar Girlfriend. Is that the right term? I should look it up. Who knows? So I'm gonna take just a little guy, a little fluffy brush. Can you see him? Focus. Focus, buckaroo. That guy, and then the Makeup by Mario palette. The Iconic Nudes. Master Matte. But I'm going to use this one right here. Does it say the name? I'm not gonna look. It doesn't matter. It's Matte 7 maybe? I don't know. And then I just go in the outer corner, and I know what you're thinking. Because I'm thinking it too, because I did too much, but it will be fine because they blend out so, so good. And I always try and leave the inner corner of my eye a little bit lighter, just to not drag it down. I'm going to switch to this denser brush, and then just blend that in a little bit. I'm going to go back in with the same color and just stamp it in there. And then stamp it out. I feel like the denser brush just helps diffuse it real nice. I think that looks pretty good. We're not done, so don't yell at me yet. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, I am going in with more color, so I'm not entirely happy with that, but I'm gonna go for this chocolate brown. Can you see that? That one? Alright. And then just do the outer corner again, just deepen that, and then try and go in my crease a little bit. And then we're gonna blend that out a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. We're gonna diffuse that to the outer rim. That's a Star Wars reference for anyone watching at home. Yeah, I'm digging that. Big fan of that. And I'm gonna take this, I don't know if this has a name. I've had this since I was like 14. It's a tiny little brush. It's a tiny little guy. Take your tiny little guy and then grab, I like the orangey color, and then I do down here. And Dan, we're gonna take that same color that we used on the crease, the darker chocolate brown, and just put it on the bottom again. And just smoke that beach out. I'm very happy with that. You tell me, are you happy with that? Please say yes. I used to do just like a big old chunk wing every day, but I don't think that suits my eye shape anymore, as I've come to learn. So I've started opting for a skinnier and not black wing, but I pinch it flat. Please don't comment on how dirty it is, okay? I'd really appreciate it. I want the darkest brown that's in here, and then with it really tight, I just flick that bitch out. You get just a tiny little wing, like the wings that you would do in middle school when you were too scared to actually do a wing. But now it's on purpose because it looks good. And as you can see, that one's fucked up. So I'm gonna take a little Q-tip and just, which I know that's not like the coolest thing to do. And then I'm going to take this, I remember, was it last summer or like, I don't know, it was a while ago, where everyone was putting the white under their eyes. I thought that was so cute, but I just looked weird as hell. I found this, and it's more of a flesh tone, so it just kind of brightens up. But I think it just adds a little oomph. All right, next is eyebrows. I don't really have like a way of doing my eyebrows. I used to have the tails shaved off and it was so much easier because I could just, but these are just a little natural guy. I think they look okay. I mean, I don't love them every day, but you get what you get. But I do think it looks way better than that little pipsqueak. What a little puny man. I don't know if I ever said what it was. It's the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil. Very, very good. Never tried any other colors, but the auburn color, love her. I like my brows to be a little bit fluffier, so I use the Kosas Air Brow in, is it auburn as well? Oh my god, it is. I'm so good at knowing the names of what I own. Next, we're gonna curl some lashes. I made a TikTok not that long ago where I curled my lashes and they all fell out. I pinched them off. It was so bad, but they grew back. My brother always told me that if you pulled your eyelashes out, they wouldn't grow back, but oh boy did they. They're just a little weird now. And I don't curl my lashes at the same time. Like, I'll curl one, mascara that bitch, and then curl the other, mascara that girl. And then the mascara I use is the mascara Lash Rocket by Freck. Oh my god, listen to that. It's dense. It's supposed to have stuff that helps your eyelashes grow. I bought it after I cut my eyelashes off. So what I do is I go, oh, okay, there's a ghosty. But even if this didn't have the peptides, I still would use it. I like a skinny long, not like a short chunk. Do we see the difference? I'm very excited to see my my mascara face in action. All right, on to lips. So I'm gonna use the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner Crayon in Cold Brew. I try and kind of overline it. I don't know why I'm trying to talk while doing it. That's not a good way of doing things. But you see, I feel like it's defined a little bit better. I'm happy with it. A little bit more pouty. I kind of round out my Cupid's bow because I have a very defined Cupid's bow, which I hate. But I just try and round her out a little bit more. And then we're gonna take this Bad Lad, the Clinique Black Honey. So I'm just gonna dab it on. See, that's so cute. Are you joking? Are you joking? I'm not. I'll be back. So this is the final product. don't know what it turned out to be, just like a boring makeup outcome. This is the dress, thrifted, Docs, vintage, thrifted, well from Depot, half thrifted. Thrifted, really cute necklace, thrifted earrings, sunglasses, can't remember, and then my Bagu, have a nice day, with pins on it. I'm ready to go to town. Tight. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye. You know this is what Molly Ringwald, I wonder if I could do that. Pause, hold. So we're gonna scoop her up all the way, I swear to God if it breaks. I got a little bit, anyway. I got distracted there.